y'all? It's Kass. We're back with another episode, season 2, Kickin' It with Kass, episode 5. Today, we're here with the fan favorite, y'all. You know, one of my personal favorites from season 2. Who do we got?
We have Sumlin here. I am a social media director. That's my job. I'm a content creator, an author of 3 books, a 3-time college graduate, an entertainer, comedian, a singer. I'm everything.
All the above.
All of the above.
I'm here for it.
I feel like I'm like one of your only guests that's been on multiple times.
Yes. I mean, my cousin that was on the last episode, technically that was her second episode too, but it was in a group setting. I had to bring you on because you were like not only one of my listeners' favorite, that's still to this day like one of my favorite episodes.
Good.
So,
well, I'm happy to be back. I hope we can make this one even better than the last.
Right. My girls episode last time that I did, that's my favorite one.
A little spicy? Was it fun?
Yes, it was so fun. We did get a little spicy in there. But yeah, yours episode and that episode was like the funnest time I've had recording. So yeah, I definitely had to bring you back. That was like a no question for me.
Happy to be on here again. We kicking it.
Yes, I know we're in a different scenery today, y'all. You know, the weather's nice. It's already 100 freaking degrees in April, so we decided to, come outside and, enjoy the weather while we can. But today we're at Mr. Sumlin's house.
We're here. This is where I live. Happy to be here and provide a safe space for us to chop it up. And it's a beautiful day. And I feel like you're just elevating with the podcast. Like the fact that it's here and out here and it's growing. And I'm happy to be a part of that growth.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Yes, last time we had you on here too, you were in a bit of sober October.
Yes.
You were, not that you're a wild animal now, but during that time, you really were practicing, sober October. So you were really locked in.
Yes.
So I want to say, not that sober you is not great, because you are, but you're just super fun.
Thank you.
You're not we're sober right now, though, guys.
There's no alcohol. We got Diet Coke.
Yeah, all we had is Diet Coke today. But yeah, you're a blast, sober or not. But I feel like in the last episode, you were very in teacher mode,
Yes.
Like the people really didn't get to see who the wild Chris Sumlin is.
Okay.
Other than the monkey scene. The monkey scene was
because people expect me to always be this character, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Right. Sometimes you like to chill. I get it.
Sometimes I like to chill.
Yeah, I understand that. So yes, we kind of already said you are, one of my favorites. So how have you really been, since the last recording? I know we talk a lot. We talk every day, but they haven't seen you since October. So what's been going on? What's changed for you since then?
Well, we have new management, the company that I work for now, and we're really telling the story of this company that's kind of new and starting. So that encompasses me doing a lot of work. I feel like I'm working a little bit harder now than I ever have before. I'm also helping a lot of people with their brands. I'm proud of myself for being not just a social media director for our company, but also a consultant. So I do a lot of consulting with a lot of companies, explaining to them how they can articulate their brands, their missions, and so forth. So I'm working really hard, doing numerous podcasts. I'm helping out with the She Spark podcast, starring Nicole Catherine Smith. Check that out. I'm helping out with Taking It Easy Without Freezy. That's really fun. I enjoyed doing that podcast. I'm helping out a little Kicking It with Kass, helping out being here, and then all of the amazing, incredible things that we're doing. And then I'm on air. I don't think I was on the radio last time we talked.
You weren't.
So I'm on the radio every Sunday from 10 to 2 on Hot 97.5, the Feel Good Hotspot.
Make sure you guys tune in.
Tune in if you're in Phoenix and beyond.
Check my boy out, please, every Sunday.
Very busy these days, but still making time for fun and family and friends and all the things.
I love that. So it sounds like you're doing well.
Yes.
I do want to talk about you being on air. How's that been for you?
It's interesting because radio was never really my jam. I went to school and studied television and film.
Right.
My master's degree is in television production. It was always my aspiration to be on television, like when I was on The Floor, season 1. Check that out on Hulu if you haven't. But radio was never my thing. It's kind of something I just kind of fell into. But I love it. I was in Vegas with some listeners, and I remember I didn't know that I was seeing a listener, and they stopped me in the hotel like, "Oh, you're Chris Sumlin. You're on the radio." And it's really cool when people hear your voice and they support you and they tune in. There's people that never listen to radio that decide to listen to because I'm on. And so it's just another thing to add to my resume. So I enjoy it. I'm proud to be a member of Hot 97.5's programming team, and I love just getting on there and being myself.
Right. Yeah. Now, I know this is going to be a hard question for you because you do work a lot. So you might need to take a couple minutes to think about this. But outside of work, cannot say something work-related.
Okay.
It might be challenging for me, too. I might have to think about this as well. But outside of work, what's something small that you think brings you joy lately?
I love going on walks. I love listening to music, even though I work at a radio station. I'm really proud of the fact that I have really good friends. I have very blessed to have really good relationships where I could be on the phone with a friend for an hour, and I really enjoy that time where I can just decompress and kind of let loose. And I feel like a lot of people really don't have friends like that in this day and age, especially when you're not in college or you don't work at a big company. It can be challenging, but I'm really grateful for the fact that I have really good people that I can lean on, depend on, like Sean Corbin, like you know what I mean? Like my cousin. I mean, I have such a village of people that I can lean on and depend on, and I love conversing and spending time with those people, whether it's on the phone, whether it's eating, whether it's going out. I love all of that. Like I'm a people person that to my core. I love people.
No, I love that. I love that about you as well, because I am one of those people that gets those almost daily calls. To chop it up.
Yeah, Cassie is such a good friend. She's the person that will hit you up every morning. Good morning. Hope you get some rest. Good night. Like, she's really sweet. Like, Cassie is a friend that everyone should have.
Aw, stop.
A good person by far.
Wow. Thank you. You're amazing.
Thanks.
I really appreciate it. You're amazing too. You know that? You're like,
no, every time I look in the mirror, I just want to weep.
Stop. You guys, he's so dramatic. Like, he's such a good person. Like, I can't even with you. Something small that brings me joy, I would say, is probably the happiest I've been lately is probably when my family came into town. Like, my mom came into town, my brother came into town. We're still missing my younger brother, Aiden, because he's in Bulgaria.
Okay.
He joined the army, so it didn't feel complete all the way. But I would say that's something that probably brings me joy, just like you said, connecting with your family, your loved ones, your inner circle. So, I mean, I feel like that's when I feel like really just at home, you know? Like, just comfortable, safe, just, you know, relaxed, just when I'm around my people.
I agree. And it's interesting because I feel like when a lot of people go through hard times, whether it's anxiety, depression, their inclination is to isolate. Yeah. It's like, oh, like, I'm just going to be chill. And it's like, no. I always tell people, like, do the opposite. If you're having a rough day, get around some people, get on that phone, go for a walk. Because I always say, like, isolation is the devil's playground. Like, you need to be around people that are going to lift you up and fill up your cup. And I think you've been that for me because you're such a pillar and such a great friend. And I think everyone should have those people that they can just call up and say, hey, I need space. Yeah. And that's something that you've taught me through our relationship.
You know, I would do it over and over again 100 times. Thank you. Of course. All right. So can we talk about how it is navigating like those highs and those lows of life? Like, I know we kind of said we depend on like our friends, our family, but like, let's say, you know, no one's answering, you know, things like that. Because like you said, a lot of times people do isolate and they don't go to their friends or family. Like, what are other things that you think you do that kind of still relaxes you? Like, I know you like to read. Like, those are things that you kind of do to, you know, kind of calm down.
Yes. So I don't really share this often, but I'm a very I love to pray. Like, I'm a very spiritual person, and I think that's really important. I grew up incredibly religious. Religious meaning that I was in church every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday night. And now as I've evolved and grown and I'm on air on Sunday mornings, I've had to rely on other mechanisms to express spirituality. So I do a lot of praying, but I pray for my friends. I pray for my family. I love just talking to a source that I know has my back. So I love to pray. I love to read, and I love to sing. Like, I love to sing. Singing makes me really happy. I was in Mexico recently, and we were DJing, and there was a microphone, and I think I did a whole 1 hour set of me just singing, and I really did enjoy that as well. which I thought was really cool. And I love to sing, dance. But yeah, when I'm in my apartment by myself, I'm singing and dancing. Like, I don't want people to think that that's something that I do when there's a crowd. Like, if you watch past my apartment at like 7 a.m. or 7 p.m., you will probably hear me singing Whitney Houston or Chris Brown or Beyonce or something like that.
Yeah. So you mentioned you just went to Mexico. I know we kind of talked about it in our last episode too, but you love to travel.
Yes.
Do you think that's something that you could like, you know, like push on to people, like if you can travel, travel?
Yeah, because I think so often people get caught up in their box and in their bubble, and it's so imperative that you travel and experience different cultures, different lifestyles. And I think that doesn't mean Thailand, that doesn't mean China. There is a huge cultural difference between Los Angeles and Atlanta and Ohio and Boston, all these different cities that I've had the pleasure of living in. It's different. There's different culture between South Phoenix and Scottsdale, Mesa and Gilbert. And so I think anybody who's young, especially, and has the means to go out to places outside of your neighborhood, out of your box, to grow your mind, grow your vocabulary, grow your social settings. I'm someone who really prides myself on the fact that I can get in with about anybody. Like, no matter if the hood is of hood or the upper echelon bougie, I can converse with pretty much anybody because I've done that work of experiencing people from different social economic backgrounds. So when people are like, wow, you have such a good articulation and such a good vernacular, it's because I've exposed myself to lots of different people from different lifestyles.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're a very smart individual, so I'm sure this is like, I'm sure this isn't an easy question for you off rip, but like, do you think there's any culture out there or country or anything like that that you aren't really as knowledgeable about that you would like to go visit or maybe learn more about? I know you know a lot already, but there has to be some place that you really don't know that much about that you're like, wow, I would like to go there and learn more.
So much. I mean, literally, I really would love to go back to my roots and go like to Africa and really experience like Yoruba culture and Nigerian culture and things of that nature. I think that will be really good. I do think that African people come from a very rich spiritual culture, rich diets, and I'm not well versed in that as much as I would like to be. So I would love to go to Africa and really like eat some, you know, jollof rice, you feel me, and just really vibe out. And I would love to go to Ghana. Like, that's one of my places I would love to go and I've always wanted to. But you know, as much as I listen to Taylor Swift, as much as I follow the Kardashians, at my core, I am a very proud Black man.
Yeah.
And so I love Black culture, Black food, Black music, Black people. Like, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, no, I love that. I agree. That's awesome. I mean, who wouldn't love to go to Africa? Right. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff.
Okay.
Let's give the people what they want to hear.
Okay.
You know? So how the hell are you pulling these numbers off on Instagram?
What?
Let's get into it.
Okay.
I saw the other day you posted a screen. Sorry, y'all. We're outside. You know, the street's closed. So if you heard that, I do apologize. But anyways, back to the topic. You posted a picture on your Instagram story the other day of you having like 1 million or so, maybe 1 million plus views on your account.
Yes.
Like, what the heck is going on?
So, a few things. I've done 10 million views in the last 30 days. 10 million, which the highest I ever got was 11.1. I did that like last week.
Okay.
And I would say that my skill set is seeing what's trending, but also putting things out. Like, I'll have multiple videos getting hundreds of thousands of views at the same time. So if I'm posting, let's say 10 reels a week, and each of them do 60, 80K, I can get to 1 million or 2 million or whatever. And I think so often when people are trying to build a brand or put themselves out there, they don't post enough. I always say content and culture is king. Put yourself out there, put what you like out there and watch it grow. And then also you have to be a student of what is working. So as much as I'm putting out, I'm constantly watching a lot of reels of myself and saying, okay, well, that got that person 12 million views or that got that person 100,000. How can I put a spin on it and bring my own authenticity to it and put it out there? So I think you have to know thyself, know thy trends, and then also show up consistently on social media and pay attention to your metrics, because at the end of the day, the algorithm will tell you what is working.
Right.
So if you can't sit there and just keep posting, and if nothing's working, then you have to pivot. But if you keep posting, you see something kind of hitting, or when you hit that topic, or you did content centered on that, lean into that more. And I think that will be for your best benefit, because that's what I do. But there definitely isn't any sauce. I create authentically. I create what is true to me, and I just create with my phone, and I have fun. And I think that's what resonates with the people that follow me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. What do you feel like is something that people like underestimate about social media, or like what's something that goes into social media that people don't really like think of?
I think that people think because social media is a lot of instant gratification that they don't realize how much hard work that it is to constantly have a new video, or to constantly have a new creative idea, or a strategy, or captions, or knowing what the trends are. It's something that I practice and study every day. Algorithms change, platforms change, so you have to constantly be abreast to what is going on. And I'm not sure people realize that. They think, oh, I can just go live and people gonna tap in, or oh, I'm cute, people gonna turn in, when it's like tune in. But it's like, no, like you have to really evaluate what is going on in the cultural landscape of the internet, and find what speaks to you and create on that. So it's a lot more work than just set up a camera and taking a selfie because you think you're cute.
Right. No, I absolutely agree. I think a lot of times too, like you said, a lot of people don't know how much work goes into it. And like this is something you do professionally. So like you definitely understand like the hard work behind it. I feel like a lot of times when people do blow up on Instagram or TikTok or any of the social media platforms, they're instantly like cocky, or like they don't have like that humble attitude anymore. And I feel like through all of it you've maintained pretty humble. Do you feel like that's hard for you to like maintain humble even though you're pulling these numbers, or do you think that's just something that's like kind of natural just because like like it's more of like a work thing for you?
I'm never gonna think that I'm hot because of social media.
Right.
I'm gonna think I'm hot probably because of my outfit.
Yeah. I know.
Or the
that's
fact that I'm smart. But social media is not what I don't look at myself in the mirror and be like, oh, I got 10 million views this week. That's just not me. And I also believe that who wants to be around somebody that's not humble? Like, I don't know who you are. Like, I've met billionaires before. You know what I mean? Like, I've met Steve Case. I've met Rihanna. Like, I've met Tyler, the Creator, spent time with him. Like, those are successful people, but they're just human beings at the end of the day. And I think everyone loves a champion and a hero and a nice person. So I strive to be someone that is generous, kind, and nice, because you always want to be invited back to the party. If you go out here thinking you hot because you got 30K or 100K, or you on air or whatever it is, like that's not good. Like you should always know that you're just a human being at the end of the day and treat everyone as such.
Exactly. That like whole mean girl, like clique attitude, like you're too cool for school. I don't like that.
And what you will find is the most arrogant people are often the most insecure. Like they will put out this persona that they're just so amazing and oh, look at me, I'm just so, I have this amazing person, I'm so bombastic. But at the end of the day, when you really lean into them and get to know them, you take away everything else, you get to see them in their eye, you'll find a lot of them crumble. You know what I mean? So there's never, ever an excuse to treat anyone less than the best or be arrogant, because at the end of the day, we're only human. I don't know if you know that song.
No, I have not.
It's from the 90s. That's the Human League.
Yeah, no.
Look that up and cut that into the episode. I'll send you the link.
Okay, period. I'll do that, friend. I got you. So what's some advice you can give to people who want to build their social media, and, want to start that, like, whole process, but they're struggling, like, staying authentic, you know what I mean, to themselves? Because I feel like a lot of times that's people's issue, like when they're trying to do social media, is it looks like they're trying to do social media, so it's like it doesn't look natural, or like off guard, nothing. So like what would be your advice on something like that?
If I had to give any advice to someone that was trying to be on social media but struggling with authenticity, first of all, understand that authenticity is a muscle. It's not something that you can just be. It's a spectrum. Sometimes you could be more authentic than less. I would say, number one, really be a student of the social media game. Who are you inspired by? What are they creating? What are they doing? What tools are they using? What are they doing? Secondly, after you've done that research and know what you're trying to do, know who you're inspired by, you have to put stuff out. You cannot expect to be successful on social media and post once a week. You should really be posting once every business day, or really multiple times, building your craft, building your voice, and practicing. And then third, evaluating what it is that you put out. So after you're putting things out, start realizing what gets the numbers, what doesn't. Is it memes? Is it you just talking on the camera? Is it you showing off your body? Are you hot? Like, what is it that is resonating with people? And then implement that in your strategy. I think if you can really do your research, show up consistently, and then measure your success by checking out your metrics, I don't see why you wouldn't be successful, because anybody can make a following on social media. It's really easy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And those are great words of advice, y'all. This is coming from the man himself.
Social media
Social media.
director.
Right, exactly.
Huh.
Huh. So what do you think is something that's like cringy to you? Like when you see it on social media, you're like,
Oh,
oh Lord.
oh. I don't like when people send me stuff and ask me to interact with it. Do
Like,
not,
oh, drop a comment like this.
yes, like I'm like, because at the end of the day, good content will resonate by itself.
Right.
If people feel the need to comment, they will. So I really don't like cringy stuff. What else? I don't like that. I think that's very cringe. What
Yeah.
else on social media do I think is cringe?
I would say my cringy thing is when, okay, this sounds so sexist, and I swear I'm not trying to come off this way.
Okay.
But it's like me. I'm not saying other women out there don't find this stuff attractive.
Okay,
Like
I
I'm
know
not
where
saying
this
that
is
at all.
going.
Yeah, my friend. I've already talked about this. But me personally, I don't ever see myself dating someone who like
Doing
props the
skits.
phone up. Yeah, I can't do it. Who props the phone up on a tripod and like just really gets into it and like does those skits. Like that could never be my man. Am I saying it's not funny? Oh, men can't do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, me personally, that is a cringy thing for me. For like, I wouldn't be with a man into social media, period. Whether it's skits, Instagram, like,
But
why
you're
are
the
you?
type, you love a very strong masculine man. And I think a lot of
Yes.
people look at social media and think that it's feminine because it's very like, it's definitely you're in your feminine energy. Like you're trying to get attention. You're
Yeah.
trying to get people to look at you. And those are very feminine things. Like as a man, a lot of men, we sitting back, we're stuck, we're chilling. We don't want the attention. We're getting attention from people who may know you're not is a very feminine energy thing.
Yeah. And it's like no shade. Like I swear, don't come for me. Like, man, do your shit, pop off, do your TikToks, cool. But it's just like me personally, I could never see myself like on a date with somebody and like man's pulls out a tripod and like goes live and reviews the food. I would call the police. Call the police.
Going
like,
live is a little cringy, especially when you're not doing something.
Right.
Like, what is the intent of the live? What are we discussing? Is it your birthday? Are you like the live has to have an intent? I don't like when people just go live to go live.
Right.
I also don't like stitch videos. I know that it's easy to do. Like it'll be a video of like someone eating cereal out of a toilet, and then they'll stitch their reaction like, ugh. Like I'm just like that's kind of corny. Like that doesn't take a lot of creativity. So that's another cringe thing for me is stitch content.
Okay, that's valid. That makes sense. That is a little. I've seen some. I hate though. You know what the ones I hate? I hate when they take like a good juicy video and they use it, and then like on top of it, they're like making clay or baking.
Yes, yes, I've seen those.
Like,
too. Lazy
you know what I'm
creation.
saying?
Yes.
Like, get your views from your video.
Correct.
Like, why are you using someone else's video that got views?
Correct. That's why I don't even like sounds. Like, you're not going to see me lip talking, I don't like that. I've done that a few times. Like, I was at the fair and I did a video, but I like people who could just originally put their own voice out there.
Okay. So, being that you do get a lot of attraction on social media.
Yes.
What is like one of the wildest DMs you think you can remember off the top of your head that you've gotten from somebody?
Interesting. So I posted a photo of me singing "Happy Birthday" at our holiday party.
Okay.
And I guess I had on some tight pants. And so like I posted myself. I don't always have on tight pants, but I mean, And so somebody responded, said, "That booty though," and I'm like, I don't like that. My butt is like a thing. I do not like that. But when we go to look at, how many times I get hit on the ass? Like every time, like everybody's always just hitting me. I'm like, so I don't even get mad because I'm like,
right, yeah.
But that booty though is a crazy DM.
Yeah.
But also non-sexually, people ask me for money a lot too. We talked about that on the last episode.
Yeah, we did talk about that in our last episode.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, my bills are high. I'm doing stuff just like you. So I don't like when people randomly hit me up asking me to borrow money or for gas or bus fare, all that stuff. It's like, oh my God, I don't like that. So I do get a lot of DMs asking for money and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't really get weird DMs. I would just say I get more so like persistent DMs. I don't like that. Like, honestly, like, I don't think people really realize, like, how social and antisocial I am.
Because you're like a hot commodity, but it's interesting how many dudes come out to me like, I'm trying to get that Kass. Like, whoever gets you is going to be, like, so lucky because you're, like, such a trophy. Like, everybody's just like, who is gonna get Kass? Oh, I'm trying to get at Kass, because you have a good personality, you're pretty, you be smelling good. So it's like all of that interconnected. People just
Not
be
that
like,
she be smelling
some
good.
people be smelling like hot piss. But you don't, you be doing every time you be doing that. And I'm like, okay, all right now. And girls be doing that too. I'll just say that you're a baddie. A lot of people are really into you, and a lot of guys be trying to get the girls too. They be wanting you, and it's just like I be telling people like she's a Christian first.
Yeah, like I really don't give people the time of day. Like that's the
true.
thing. Like people will come up to him and like ask him to like
Yes.
put him on, like put them on, and like Chris tries to tell them like she is not on
like that. Like she's not easy.
Yeah.
She got a padlock on that thing, y'all. Y'all got a combination lock. You gotta find the code. Very selective.
You know, very, very selective. You gotta be nowadays. I just feel like too many people have been with too many people, and what I have realized, like the older I get, is like how valuable like your time is.
Energy, body.
Yes, like for you to give your time to somebody, your body to somebody, like that is not like a easy thing. That's
Correct.
not like a thing you can just throw around, like, you know. And I feel like when I was younger, it was really normalized to like, you know, just do whatever. Like, who cares? Like, you know, whatever. And like the older I'm getting, like the more I am actually realizing that I don't want to be viewed like that.
Right.
Like I may sexualize myself in my own ways sometimes, but like as far as being approached like on a romantic level, like I don't want to be sexualized on the first date, on the first DM, on the first phone call, text, anything within the first 2 months. Like don't sexualize me. Like that's gonna just make me feel like that's what your intentions are, you know.
And I'm different. Like I feel like sex should be earned. Like a lot of people just get more rights than Greyhound. It's like y'all just be like anybody mess with you. It's just like,
no, seriously.
Like I'm like, bro, you try to come over here, we gonna do an NDA. We go security clearance, pat down. Like people just be giving out too freely, and it's like you got to be a little bit more protective of your body.
No, I absolutely agree. I do.
That's funny. That's okay. Because everybody, the thing about you, Cassie, is everybody loves you. You really are such a likable, beautiful person. But you don't let people play with you either. Like you're not gonna let nobody play with you. That's true.
I don't. I'm so spicy with it. Like if I feel like I'm even getting tried just a little bit. Like
let me say this. Because one thing about you is you're such a good friend that when someone even tries your people, you pipe up. Like, and that's when you know you have a real friend. Because a lot of people have real friends because they got IG reels together. Yeah. You're one of those type of people where like you really want friends that get more upset when someone disrespects you and also get happier for you when something good happens. And you're that type of friend where like if someone tries your people, you gonna pipe up because you don't play about yourself or your people. That's for sure.
I sure don't.
Period.
Sure don't. Don't try them. Okay, what's something that you are manifesting for yourself this year?
More money.
More money.
I want to be able to give more money away. Like I want to be able to pay people's rent. Like, I'm still on rent. Got you. Not a problem.
No.
I need to get there.
You need to get out of that habit. That's what we talked about in the last episode.
I love giving. The Bible says it's better to give than to receive. The Bible says it's better to give than to receive. And I believe that.
You know how you need to think about it? It's like save your money for your future. Like your future people. Like what if right.
What am I manifesting? I'm not really manifesting anything. I'm just manifesting getting through the day and paying my rent.
I love that. I am kind of manifesting the same thing, just kind of living day by day, you know, just making it through the year.
It is hard out here.
Right. If I could just make it past, thank you, God.
Every day I could just go to bed and wake up, I'm okay.
Right.
I'm manifesting getting through the next day.
Right, like Jesus woke me up this morning.
Okay,
like that's all
it started me on my way. Hallelujah.
Right, hallelujah, amen.
I'm manifesting nothing. Nothing.
I am manifesting 100 subscribers before season 2 ends.
We can do that. Hey, everybody, Chris Sumlin fans, we gotta show up. We're going to be subscribing to Kickin with Kass. We're going to follow her on Instagram. I'm going to tag it. We are going, and if you love me, you got to love Kass. So all my people, let's get her to 100 subscribers after this episode.
Yes, please. I'm at 63 right now on YouTube.
Oh, we got you. That's
63.
Easy. That's light work.
You know what's one thing I hate about myself is I feel like I just always feel the need to portray myself as like this like happy, like tough, like, solid person all the time. And like, sometimes I have my moments too. Like, I go through life, things happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like the hardest thing I've had to go through lately that not many people know about unless they're like really in my inner circle is like, just like a breakup, which was kind of like big for me because I was with this person for a long time
that you just loved and talked about incessantly. And
but yes, I was in a relationship, for a pretty long time, and we broke up, I would say a good couple months ago, and I've just been kind of pushing since then. Like I haven't really let myself like like I don't think I really ever expressed that I was going through a hard time or anything. Like I just kind of went with life, went with the punches, and now we're here. And yeah, so I would say I'm newly single and like
and you're thriving.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing good. It's also great that you have so many prospects. So many people want you. So the ball is in your court. Like nobody be hitting me. I'm like, well, I'm lying. But I just wish I had more people that was like, Chris, I'm trying to get at you. I'm doing that.
You don't want it. It's not fun. I promise you. Because as much as you think like, oh, all these people get at Kass, like nobody sees me. So like, what does it matter? Like nobody sees me. Like, and not even just that. Like, I feel like emotionally I'm unavailable.
Okay, you're healing.
Yeah, like as much as I like would love to like go and do all these things, whatever, like I don't feel like I'm in a place emotionally to be with somebody on that level, like, or connect with somebody on that level. Like I feel like I'm still working towards that, so it's like as much as all these people are hitting me up or whatever it may seem like, it does me no good.
Yeah.
I just work, go home, work, go home.
Right. No stress, no drama.
Right, exactly. But, that's my life. But I know you got people in your DMs.
Oh my God.
I know you do.
I don't want to talk about it.
The few times I have gone out.
What?
You pull everything in that club.
Oh my God.
Everything in that club. Chris.
I didn't like how I was at Lookout Tavern, and that girl called me over to the text. She's about, I'm trying to get some dick. I was like,
I said that to you.
We'll talk about that off camera, but I'm like, I'm a Christian first.
Well, I mean, you already started I feel like the most explicit part of it, so you might as well just go and finish the story.
Do you think I'm attractive? Like, am I hot? Like,
okay, these are two separate questions. Are you asking are you my type?
I know I'm not your type.
Okay.
The dude.
Okay, as long as
the dudes that you like will beat me up at lunch.
As long as you know, friend.
Yeah,
as long as you know. But as far as you being an attractive human being, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Anyone would be lucky to have you. You're a blessing. You're a blessing.
Thank you. My outfits be fire.
Outfits fire. Energy radiates. Your
haircut every week.
Like haircut, like
smart.
You said, healthy. Yeah. No, you're amazing.
I appreciate that. Because when I was a kid, I was always bullied. So it's hard when people are like, you're so handsome, you're so good looking. I'd be like, where? Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Did you have something that you felt like you were healing from or no? I feel like everything's good for you right now, huh? You're just living life? I want you to say no so I could clock your tea. So I can put you on blast. I want you to say no.
Is there something specifically that you think I should bring up, knowing me so well?
No, it's not that I think you should bring it up, but I do think there's an answer I can think of.
Go ahead.
Your boundaries.
Yes, because I am a very strong person, but I'm also a very warm and soft person.
Yes.
And I'm constantly always being generous and giving. And when you are overly generous, people will violate you, especially when you have a lot to give. And I'm learning that. Like, someone blew up my phone today because I'm like, I'm done. And that's the thing. That is a common thread. Like, I'll be like, I'm done. And then I'm crash out and call me 10 times. I'm like, oh my God. Like, because the thing is, people try to play with you. Then you're like, oh, bet, you want to play? Ha ha ha, tee hee, I'm done. Yeah. And then when you're done, then they want, oh, come back. No, Chris. And it's just like, I'm good. Like, I'm so self-sufficient right now. And I'm in this space of like my Capricorn energy where it's like, anybody can go.
Yeah, that's like one of my things right now that I'm trying to work on because I feel like I'm the opposite.
Yes.
Where it's like I struggle to let people go, like even when they're in the wrong. Like even when they're doing me wrong.
You give people grace.
Yes, and like that's actually something I love and hate about myself. Like I really do hate it and admire it at times. Like there's times where I wish I would give up on certain people because I know that's what I need for healing. And then there's times that I wish that, I was more emotionally available to people and I wasn't so cut off because I was healing or whatever, the case may be. So I don't know. I feel like in that way I'm opposite of you. So
Opposites
yeah.
attract.
Right. So I feel like you know me best. Like
Sure.
you no, not best. I would
Pretty
say
well.
you know me pretty freaking well though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who know me, just like you do, like Norma. But I would say out of all my friends, you're
I'm
up there.
up
Yeah.
there, sure.
You're up there knowing me.
High five.
Right. What do you feel like I could like dive in more to with my podcast, or what do you feel like is something good that you've seen has changed from the last time you've been on my episode? Because I mean,
Okay, so
been
basically,
like 10 episodes.
I was with you for the very first one.
Yeah.
And so again, I think you were really nervous in the beginning. And so like it was really trying to like get it out there and we're trying.
Right.
And now as you're getting more confident, there's a stillness to you now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that stillness is very endearing and it's very relatable. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really proud of just like your voice coming together and putting yourself out there and being consistent. You've been doing this podcast. We're on episode what now? Like it's so many, like second season. And I'm looking forward to people to get to know you more and to keep hearing your voice because you're definitely a strong force that has a lot to say.
Thank you.
So you're doing really well with that and, stay encouraged.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh, love it. I love it. Okay. So something I think you're holding back on since you told me, not that you asked. But,
not that I asked.
Right. I'm going to tell you anyway.
Okay.
Right. Something I think you're holding back on is your potential.
Why did someone else tell me that in Mexico?
Really?
Because I feel like I'm doing it like, y'all act like I'll just be sitting on my thumb in my ass. Like, I'll be working hard.
You work so hard. I'm not saying you don't work hard. But the thing is I feel like you're just capable of so much that, like, I feel like you could be making, like, $1 million with your eyes closed.
I'm that smart.
Yes. Like, and I'm not saying it's because you're not working hard enough. Your work ethic is there. That's why I'm saying you should be making $1 million in your sleep. Like, I'm just saying.
Doing what?
Anything.
Talking?
You need to start thinking with that noggin. I feel like you could create some sort of social media device or something. Like, yes, like something. Like
I'm gonna start a social media course and charge $1,000 and sell it to 10 people. Make 10K.
I'm telling you, there's something, like, I could just feel it. Like, there's just, your potential is not
being maximized.
Yeah, it's not. Although you're doing so much, like let's not take that away from him. Like, he's literally on air, works like damn near 7 days a freaking week. Like, seriously, no joke. And is full-time friend, cousin, all the above. So yeah, like, he has a lot going on. So I'm not taking away from any of that. But I just know how smart you are. And I just feel like you literally you should be like the richest person around me. Not that you're like money is a problem for you, but like you're so smart. I just feel like you should go to bed and like money is just in your bank account.
Maybe it's like an online digital course or something.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you need to get into like trading or something.
Oh, like crypto? Oh, damn, I'm about to be a crypto bro.
No. Just my brother actually does
it's very common.
And he says that he makes a lot of money doing it.
I can imagine.
So I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Show me a little something. Okay, so here's like one of the last questions I have for you before we move on to something else. So what's one of your favorite memories of me and us? What's a memory of us that we got together that just makes you giggle? Makes a little smile to your face.
Oh, so many things. So many. I love going to Lookout Tavern and you walking in and we're on Demon Time. Also was the time when we was at Lookout Tavern and this full-grown black man, probably older than me, came in with a whole 5 heartbeats perm and was just shaking it like a shaking. And the look that you gave that man was horrendous.
Yeah. Okay, look, I wasn't judging him.
Yes, you were.
Let's get...
Like, without a thought, you looked at him like he literally had 3 heads.
And stop, because I'm going to post the video in here.
Man.
And listen, I was not judging him in a bad way. I was more so
shocked,
impressed. Like,
silk press.
Yeah, like Cat Williams style. Like, I'm talking 2006, like Cat Williams bob down to the damn chin. Like, not one hair was out of place. Mind you, we're in the middle of a club. It's hot. It's sweaty. It's like 2 a.m. And all his hairs were laid. So yeah, I was more so like, oh, like, okay, I see you, perm, papa. So I'll make sure to clip this video in there for you guys if we can find it, so you guys can see what we're talking about. But all right, we're gonna wrap this up. We only got one more thing left. It's Keeping It Real with Kass, my DM series that we started this season. I got a couple different submission things here that people submitted here. Okay. So the first thing that we got, so you can, feel free to put your opinion, cool, in on this as well. But the first one we got here says, "Hey Kass, I've been working a job that pays but drains me mentally. I've got a passion for content creation, ooh, wow, and I'm pretty good at it, but I'm scared to take the leap. How do you know when it's a good time to just take the bet on yourself?" This is a really good question. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of currently in the same position, like halfway and halfway not. And I feel like a lot of people my age are. I don't know how old you are. Honestly, I don't remember who this message came from, but yeah. I'm assuming you're in your 20s, you're trying to figure things out. Hell, people in their 30s are still trying to figure things out. So, like, there's no age limit on when you should have your shit together, I feel like. Like, it just kind of, it's circumstantial. What's the word I'm trying to say?
Circumstantial?
Circumstantial, yes. Thank you. Amen, amen. What college did you go to?
Morehouse.
Morehouse. I was waiting for you to say it like that. How do you say it?
Morehouse.
Right, okay. He's not in a singing mood right now, clearly. But anyway, right. Anyways, yeah, so I think, it just kind of depends on where you're at. But I think you should always take the leap on yourself. I think you should make sure you're financially set up for a couple months on your rent, bills, whatever you have, and take that leap on yourself always. If it's like a drastic leap, if it's something as small as like just doing it and adding it into your schedule, like you wanted to start content creating and walking around, like you can do that, just add that into your schedule. But if it's something like you want to quit your job and do social media full time, I would definitely recommend you have some savings, some backup plan just in case, you don't know if you're going to take off right away. But I'm sure social media director himself has a lot to say about that. So what do you think? If someone is in a 9-to-5, they're stuck, they're debating, should I go full throttle into this content creation stuff, or should I stay at my job?
People always make it seem like working a full-time job and being entrepreneurial are dichotomous, as if you can only do one or the other. But I think there's a world where there's a two-ness. I think it's a duality of working your 9-to-5 and then going hard on your 5-to-9. So it's like, go hard, get your bills and do your thing with your job, but really go overdrive. If you really want to change your life, do overtime. So work your full-time job and do your content creation. The two are not mutually exclusive.
Yes. You just have to find time. Like I said, I do my podcast on my own. Like I have, my first season, I did have some help from Chris with the first couple of episodes, but since then I have been on my own as far as like production, reporting, editing, I've always done on my own, all that fun stuff. So like while I'm working at the radio station and I have free time at the front desk, I'll literally pull up my laptop and edit the video while I'm there. And not everyone has that luxury, but like that's just an example of how I use my 9-to-5 and do my passion at the same time. So I think it is possible. You just have to really lay like down your cards and what you got going on and figure out how you can make it happen, because it is possible.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, second one. I see everything around me. I see everyone around me getting married, buying houses, and having babies. I'm still trying to find my own path in life, and everyone else seems to be so far ahead. How do you seem to remain confident in your life? Okay. That's a lot. Honestly, it's not, because I do feel the same thing sometimes too. Like sometimes, I don't want to say it's jealousy, because it's not jealousy, but sometimes I do see people that I went to high school with that are married or, have a family, have, the full thing. And all I can say to that is that everyone has their own path and their own time. Like, just because you're not married right now and your best friend is, or just because you don't have kids and a boyfriend or whatever, and, so-and-so does, that doesn't mean you're necessarily behind. I think everybody literally has their own path, and what's meant to be will be. So I wouldn't take that as a sign of, like, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I feel like, if anything, take advantage of the time you have, as far as not having kids, not having a boyfriend, and really dive into yourself and make sure you're the best version of you before, you know, you do find somebody and you become a mom and you don't have any time for your damn self and you're taking care of kids. So that's my personal take on it. Christopher, did you have anything for that one?
People need to understand that your life is your own, your path is your own. I'm a big Bible person, and it says all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. That's the Bible, Romans 8:28. So you got to realize that your path is yours. So when you look into the left and look into the right, comparing yourself, thinking this person's ahead, you are where God wants you to be. And people need to always remember that. And that's a good affirmation. I know a lot of people are into affirmations and speaking things into existence. I am where I'm supposed to be at all times. That's your affirmation. And really believe that and get that into your bones. Yeah. You did a really good job on the advice on that one.
Thank you.
She's cooking it with Kass today. Cooking it.
Love it. So, okay, another one. It says, girl, I've been messing around with someone for almost a year. We get along great, but they always pull back right when things are starting to feel real. I keep hoping they'll change, but be real with me. Am I wasting my time?
Ooh.
Ooh, girl. The way I could dive into this one. Yes and no. Again, I don't like speaking for all people. I feel like that is very ignorant. So I don't like saying, oh, because I went through this, that's what's going to happen to you. So what I would like to say is you need to analyze your situation and who you're dealing with. I don't know if it's a boy, I don't know if it's a girl, I don't care. But you need to really analyze that first to figure out if you're wasting your time, because you could be dealing with somebody who's very like locked in on their future and what they got going on, or you could be dealing with somebody who's emotionally like cut off, you know, went through stuff as a child, like whatever the case may be. You just don't know how people react to certain things. So it could be that they're with you 110%, but they just don't know how to connect with you on that emotional level, or they're struggling to. And that could be just, you know, a simple fix and having a conversation and like working on that over time. But it could also be a situation where, yeah, they're really just not that interested in you, and you know, you kind of are just that person they go to pass time. And to be transparent, I've been there, and I 10 out of 10 do not recommend that. So you really just have to sit down and assess the situation and figure out who you're with. You know, do you feel like this is somebody that is, you know, their mind is somewhere else, that they're involved with something else, someone else? Or do you feel like they're just focused on their work or their lifestyle? Like, and it could just be a simple conversation. Like, have you guys had a conversation about it? I just feel like there's a lot more you kind of have to dive into with that situation before you kind of just completely walk away. But I'm not going to lie, a talking stage for a year is kind of crazy. Like, that is kind of crazy. I wouldn't do that me personally.
So, right, let them know.
But hey, like, that could be your comfortability. Like, that could, like, you know, I don't know what you guys have been through. I don't know. After my last situation, shit, I might go through a 3-year talking stage. Who knows? But again, I think that's the importance of you guys communicating, having an adult conversation, and figuring out where you guys are at mentally. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Good job, Kass. I don't really got no relationship.
He said, "Not."
That's you.
Not
You're
me,
doing good.
Thank you.
Those are your listeners.
Okay, so I think we got 2 more and that's it. So last one here, or not last one, but second to last, is blocking someone petty or peaceful?
Ooh.
Fuck. Y'all are cooking it up today. I think both. It depends on your intent. If you're blocking them to keep your peace and you keep them blocked, okay, now that's good. Now, if you block them to be petty and you know in your head you're going to unblock them tomorrow or tonight or in 52 seconds, then yes, that's petty. Don't do that. You look stupid and you're wasting your time. Like, but if you're going to block somebody, block them, keep them blocked, and just keep it at that. That whole blocking, unblocking, calling from no caller ID, that shit is for the birds. I can't even, like, that is crazy.
Let me chime in on this.
Right,
so
go ahead.
I don't believe in blocking.
Okay.
The only way I believe in, I mean, you'd have to do something really crazy to me.
Okay.
On social media specifically. Like, say something to me while on DMs.
Right.
But there's people that I literally cannot stand that are in my views.
Okay.
And I'm just like, watch the show, enjoy, get your popcorn. Like, I'm not blocking nobody.
Yeah, no,
and plus,
block.
Now, I will not block, but I will mute. You will never see me in your likes and your views ever. And let me say this. I am very on social media. I look and watch everything. If you know me and you don't see me on your stuff, I probably don't mess with you like that.
Right.
But I'm not blocking nobody. You're going to watch this show. I need the engagement and the follow. Keep watching.
Not me. I block, honey. I block. My block list is so long.
It's okay.
Long.
Hey.
But you got to do something to get on that damn block list.
That's right.
Okay.
Like a terrible offense.
Right. Okay, last thing. My opinion on lace fronts. Okay. Not really much to say about lace fronts other than I want to try one. I think if you're going to do a lace front, make sure you got the money for a lace front. Don't be that girl out here walking around with a shitty lace front. That's all I really have to say. I want to try one. You know, stack your bread up. Make sure you get the right lace front that fits you and not something that looks crazy, you know? That's pretty much all I have to say. I know you ain't got nothing to say about
I don't know
damn
about
lace
front. That wrong little lace front.
Right. Okay. Well, that's it for Keeping It Real with Kass. And I want to say Kicking It with Kass episode 5, but I'm going to ask Christopher Sumlin if he has anything to say for the people before we go.
Oh, I'm sure. Follow me on social media at the Chris Sumlin. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything. Chris Sumlin. Make sure we're subscribing. All of the people that support me, we're going to support Kass and everything that she's doing, her vision. Keep her in your well wishes and prayers. And yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. I had a really good time.
Thank you. Of course, I had a great time. It was a pleasure as always. And it's a wrap for episode 5, Kicking It with Kass, season 2. Thank y'all. We are out. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kicking It with Kass. You follow me on Instagram at Kicking It with Kass. We out, and we'll see you next time.